Hello everyone, my name is Erwin and I'm from the Faculty of Computing and Informatics. I will be presenting my paper today, which titled A Review of Image Sentiment Analysis Through Facial Expression Recognition. So my paper ID is FKI06. Okay, so allow me to start with my presentation. So emotion is an important and self-explanatory for human beings to communicate with each other in their day-to-day activities. The state of balance and enthusiasm of a person can be conveyed by vocal tone, body posture, and facial expression. A facial expression is the most visible expression that defines human emotion. Facial expression recognition, or the short form for it is the FER, can be used in a number of areas such as healthcare, human-computer interaction, social robots, and many more. With the rapid rise in social network and web services, many users share their feelings and experiences with others through social media platforms. People prefer to post and share pictures of themselves or to others to show their expression about something. Now, from all the literature review, we can conclude there are 7 basic expressions of human being. Okay, so they are happiness, surprise, rage, disgust, fear, sadness, and neutrality. Some of the literature also includes contempt as one of the basic emotion. For this review, several journal databases has been referred to. Okay, so in particular these 4: IEEE Explore, Google Scholar, MDPI Publisher, as well as Springerling. Okay, so the chosen search keyword for this search for the any article papers that has been searched is are facial expression recognition, facial sentiment, human emotion, and sentiment analysis. These words were combined in numbers of ways with the and or operators with a particular year range to narrow the findings and obtain any related articles. And finally, the goal of this review is to understand the trend of the recent facial expression recognition technique used in the most recent year, as well as the difficulty that may occur during the training of the model of the facial expression recognition model. Okay, so these are some of the papers, some of the related papers that has been reviewed from the recent 3 years. Okay, at a glance, if we look under the method category, under the method columns, we can see that the most commonly used technique is the neural network-based technique. ANN, which stands for Artificial Neural Network, CNN, which stands for Convolutional Neural Network, and we can see that there's a lot of CNN here. All right. So from the review, it was found, okay, first of all, it was found that the neural network-based technique is the most commonly used classifier used in human emotions analysis. Okay, this partly driven by the success of CNN, the application of CNN in both computer vision and pattern recognition, which incorporate the deep learning technique. Okay, so secondly, a combination of different feature representation is seen to be a popular approach as well. Feature representation here is basically any numerical representation of the same images. The feature representation can be produced by numerous mathematical model as well as several algorithms, which then theoretically we combine these several set of different feature representation of the same image and then feed it to the classification model. All right. So out of the 12 reviewed papers, it was found that the half of the reviewed papers has uses the hybrid approaches, which stands for basically the fusion method to address the FER model, FER problems. In paper 11, particularly, the author uses a hybrid approach of CNN model, okay, basically a combination of several variant of CNN model to further classify a given input to analysis to for classification purpose. And then these several papers also fuse the feature representation. Okay, so there are two types of hybrid. One is the fusion of the classification model itself. Secondly is the fusion of the feature representation itself in order to, with the same purpose of correctly classifying human expression. Okay. So one of the main challenges, okay, as we know, FER or facial expression recognition has been a significant area of research in recent years. Although many works shows a great result on the recognition rate and accurately classify the expression, but there are still many challenges that need to be tackled during the facial sentiment analysis. One of the main problem is the occlusion that may contain in a particular image. Okay, so most of the papers reviewed in the previous table that we have seen, most of the reviewed paper works on the JV dataset, the CK plus dataset. Although the performance of the work using these datasets achieve a very good result, but this dataset is a dataset with no occlusion in the images. The expressions are clean. Basically, the expression are maintained or stable, which basically means the variance between the image variances within the same expression category are minimal. And finally, all the images are captured under a controlled environment. Okay, basically means the lighting stays the same. The lighting of the environment stays the same. However, in online FER problem, we receive no cooperation from the subject. Basically, the subjects are not aware of the camera, of any of the images being captured. Okay. Therefore, this poses challenges during the training phase uh, because of these images, even for the same expression, there's a significant variances between images of the same expression. Okay. Besides the lacking of samples in the dataset in terms of number of images as well as properly collected images are also lacking, and this poses a challenge for training purposes. Okay, so for the conclusion, emotion is a powerful and self-explanatory for human beings to communicate with each other in the everyday activities. Facial expression is the most noticeable expression to discern human emotion. This review article analyzes the state-of-the-art approaches to facial expression recognition technique and identifies the trend and challenges of the facial expression recognition. From the review, it was found that the neural network-based technique is the commonly used classifier in analysis of human emotion, and a combination of different representation of features as well as a combination of different model was also used as a standard method. By incorporating, while several work have shown great result on the recognition rate and correctly labeled expression, many problems need to be addressed for emotion sentiment analysis. One of the key issue is the occlusion of the data collection. Okay. Moreover, the shortage of samples in the data collection is also a major problem in terms of consistency and quantity. In general, to conclude, Emotion sentiment analysis through facial expression recognition is useful for many applications such as healthcare, education, security, food, businesses, and so on. With that, I've reached the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.